Hey Capricorns, Amber here at Persephone's Journey Tarot. Hope you're very well. This is your love reading for January 2020. It is for you if you have your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Descendant in the sign of Capricorn. Maybe even if your North Node is in Capricorn or your Saturn is in Capricorn in the 7th house, then most definitely this could be for you as well. Especially if your ruling planet is also in Capricorn and you are a Capricorn. And in the 7th house, then definitely your Capricorn reading will give you a lot of insight into your situation. Okay, so I would like to say also Happy New Year. Hope you had a good one. Okay, so the overall energy for this month in January, we've got the Death card. So we are looking at this being a very transformative time, possibly approaching taboo subjects. But also the Death card talks about an ending and a beginning, as do most of these cards. When it comes to endings, there is no black without white. There is no start without stopping. There's always going to be the other. So, nothing ever really dies, right? So, yeah, I feel that really this Death card is letting us know that during this time, there's going to be some endings to some things, but it's only to make more fertile ground for maybe a better beginning, maybe a more honest beginning as well, as death is about, the raw truth. There's no confusion with death. So I feel that, yeah, there'll be a lot of truth, a lot of honesty, and maybe it'll just seem a lot more genuine. We do have change here as well, the Two of Coins. So yeah, there could be a change definitely in the works here with regards to your relationship. We've got the Five of Wands as well, which again talks about change and possible conflict. I can see someone here as being quite stubborn as well. I think it may be your partner. So just to go ahead and get started with the reading, or with your partner's feelings more so, we've got the Two of Coins, the Hangman, the Six of Coins, and the Strength card. So that's where I feel the stubbornness may be coming from your partner, and also because they have the Two of Coins, and also the Hanged Man, which shows like this person's not budging or not moving or just simply not taking action. Really, they're not taking action on something because maybe making a commitment to the relationship, because maybe they are tied up doing other things, or they feel that it's a sacrifice that they're not sure if they're ready to make yet. They feel they need time to think about it because they do want it, I think, to be an honest decision. Yeah, so definitely there's a moment of pause here while they kind of weigh up their options and weigh up the good and the bad about the situation that you guys are in. So they may be going through a bit of a reevaluation. So yeah, when they do come back with a decision, whether it be yes or no, I think it will most likely be a yes eventually. I think for this month that you may still feel a bit of distance from them. They are, I think, quite concerned about balance, about reciprocity with the Six of Coins. They maybe feel that, again, there's this giving, there's this sacrificial energy that I think they're concerned about. Maybe they feel you're not giving as much as they are, or you're not sacrificing as much as they are. Or they want to make sure that they can meet you in the same place where you're coming, that you're meeting them. They may also be concerned whether or not this will be a success. Like, is the relationship going to be successful? So they're kind of weighing up a few different things here, whether or not they feel it will be a success. And I think they do want a success here, but they may not be sure whether or not this can be that, because of the sacrifices that they may need to make. They may feel humbled by those sacrifices as well, and maybe they don't really want to deal with that as well. So there's like maybe personal sacrifices that they've been making, and also maybe literal sacrifices in, you know, in terms of how they live, certain freedoms maybe that they might have. But it could also be something to do with their pride, especially with the Emperor here. They may want some more reciprocity or balance, maybe balance in power. And with the Nine of Wands, it does show that they will either be still kind of keeping you at a distance, wanting time to focus on themselves, on the direction that they want to go in, or they could also be kind of sticking it out and not letting go of the situation, not giving up. But I get the feeling that they probably do need some time alone, even if maybe they are being resilient and toughing through it and just kind of going with the flow and sticking with things. I think that this person does need time with the Hanged Man, so you may need to be patient. I can see here that you've got the Five of Coins, so I think that you are feeling left out in the cold in this situation. You are feeling that this person is gonna say no, you know, and I think you're worried about what could be lost, maybe all the time that you've invested, the commitment that you've made, you know. And I just think you don't want to be on your own. And I think you've put a lot of work into this relationship. And you feel like you found the one with the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups here. And you may very well have, you know, found the one. I think there is a lot of reciprocity between you. I think you're just a bit more certain than they are. I think you've been quite disciplined in this relationship as well. And you've put some work into it. Maybe even, you know, very much defended the relationship maybe to others. So there's maybe been sacrifices made on your part already that you feel you've made. Compromises maybe more so than sacrifices. Maybe this person is also a bit uncomfortable with being in the spotlight, being exposed in some way. And that could also be stopping them. With the Power card here, the Four of Coins, I'm seeing the 2, 3, 4 on coins. So I am seeing that security, stability, I think is coming in. It's the commitment to the hard work here, Capricorn. Maybe you are quite, or they perceive you to be quite, you know, very hardworking and dedicated and serious and focused and goal orientated. I think they definitely do perceive you in this way. And I think that they know that they're going to have to put in a lot of work. They're going to have to, that success is a really big deal to you as well. Maybe they're a bit more simple than that, you know. Yeah, I feel like there will be stability here. I think with your consistency and your own kind of determination, I think, to keep this relationship going, the fact that you are unchangeable. You're pretty much not letting go of the situation, and it seems to be quite hard to shake you. You're pretty certain about this one, I think. And it's interesting, we've got the 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 of coins. So yeah, this does show that there is this energy of progression, something building, a process being followed, and with 2 5s, a process being kind of unfolded, I should say. And it's good that it ends on the 6 of coins as well. It does show that there probably will be success in this situation. But this person likes to, I think, make their own decisions in their own time. They like to maybe do things their way, but maybe a little bit rigid. Could be a Sagittarius that you're dealing with, or just someone that's just used to calling the shots, not used to kind of being told what to do. Humbling themselves here again is something they have to kind of get their head around. Maybe you're quite, like I said, quite strong as a Capricorn, even though you may be very feminine. If you're dealing with this Emperor is representing a male, you could have very strong Capricorn energy about you, very disciplined. However, this person may be more of a Leo energy and just likes to feel like they, if not Sagittarius, it's Leo, like to feel like they are noticed, and that they have a say. Now, this person doesn't like to make decisions that are slapdash, not at this stage in their life or in this particular situation. They don't want to. They do want to be heard, and they do want to make sure their actions are purposeful. Also, I'm getting that they might feel defensive around you, defensive for some reason. Again, I think you challenge their masculinity, to be frank, which isn't always the best thing, I think, in a relationship where you are expecting a man or wanting a man to be a man. I think especially with Capricorns, I think we do expect a lot of our men. We've got a Capricorn moon. But yeah, I think because Capricorns are so tough sometimes, especially Capricorn suns can be very tough, very strong individuals, and very driven and very ambitious, that yeah, sometimes it can make a man feel small, and I've seen it. And as funny as it may be initially to laugh at, really, it's a lose-lose situation, I think, for a woman to enjoy doing that anyway. Unless you're into being a dominatrix or something, then that's different. You're getting paid for it and you're both signed up for it. But most men generally like to at least have the veneer that they are, the head of the house, or the protector, the strong one, the resilient one, the one who's got the best ideas, and their ego needs to be stroked. So I feel like they need to defend themselves with you, and that doesn't really, I don't think they enjoy that. I think it humbles them, but at the same time, they're aware here with the Hanged Man that it's really all about perception, that ultimately, no matter, it's like they know their mind's kind of playing tricks on them, kind of thing. It's like it's all in their head, really. And they're kind of having to check their own ego in a sense and be like, am I really going to be that sensitive? However, in relationships, if we make it hard for the other person to be happy, and where they're constantly challenged, yes, it's good for a while, and if that person's really up for the challenge to work on themselves and to become this, evolved being, then that's cool. They will like the challenge, they'll take it on, and they'll really want to work with you on it, I guess. But I'm yet to see that happen, to be honest. Most people in relationships, if it's not smooth or there's not a lot of sugar, in a sense, to kind of sweeten things, then people usually just think, I can't be bothered, or they give up, So It might be why Spirit is kind of bringing it to your attention. Okay. I feel like this person's, with the Five of Wands, it usually means someone feels they're not heard and they have to shout louder than everyone else, or they have to make sure their point is really clear so they get heard. Or also this talks about combat to me as well, like martial arts. And that's where this defensiveness comes in. This person maybe has to learn to always be on their toes with you in a way. Maybe through criticism as well. Or maybe just with, you may be the sweetest person, but just your simple, your work ethic could just be intimidating to this person or something. Or the fact that you know what you want and you're not, don't want to be led by anyone or just like to be your own leader. Maybe it's the kind of guy that you're with, some guys will be cool with it and other guys will be threatened by it. And I think most of the time Capricorns will most likely attract a more traditional type of male, a more manly man who will have these kind of issues. So, yeah, maybe something to think about. However, I think the Nine of Wands just does show this person is not giving up on the situation. There is a certain amount of resilience. However, they may still need more time. But I can see here that you are definitely in love and you feel like they're your dream come true. They seem to tick all of your boxes, as I always say. And yeah, I think you're just feeling a bit left out in the cold while this person reaches an inner balance. The Seven of Wands as well, again, further confirms that this person is defensive. Defensive of, or maybe you are defensive of their honor, will not be embarrassed, fights for what they believe in as well. And also could be quite sensitive, Mars and Leo could be quite sensitive to criticism or competition even. Winning for them is very connected to their heart. When they're fighting from the heart. So when they lose in the heart, So there's a lot, I feel, at stake for this person. That's how they feel. But they are wanting balance here. So maybe this is what the balance is, the masculine and feminine, the give and take, the nice flow. Also seeing gifts here as well. Could be that this person wants to give you a gift or has been giving you gifts. Or maybe it's been the other way around, maybe you've been giving the gifts and they're like, I can't even meet you halfway. But yeah, there could be some gift giving here as well in the month of January. So it could be with the Seven of Wands, this person is quite determined to not give up on this. And I think, like I said, I think that the answer is going to be yes, but maybe eventually, because the Hanged Man is here. I don't think you've given up on things. I don't think they want to either. With the Emperor card, it usually does signify someone that does, have this ego, and yes, you're not going to be able, that he got where he got to because of his ego to an extent as well. So it kind of serves him. And I feel that also, with the Emperor, they are quite serious people as well. They are quite mature. Yeah, they've had their fun. They do like to have fun. They maybe even like to be a bit of a flirt. They like to be a gentleman as well. They like to be a gentleman, They appreciate the attention and admiration and appreciation, of women. Especially women like Capricorns who are always well put together, strong, resilient women who are also very feminine. So I feel like this person is definitely still quite focused on you, but they have their own challenges to deal with in terms of their own ego. And that's why this death card is here as well. It's talking about this transformation that this person may have to go through, you know, or at least decide to go through, you know. But it's only as painful as we make it, you know, change. So it just depends on how stuck in their ways or how open-minded or how much of a broader perspective this person can gain on this to be able to transition smoothly into this more abundant kind of landscape for the relationship where there's more room for both of your personalities. There's more room for more beautiful things to grow within the relationship. It's like one barrier down. You're closer to being closer, you know. But the death card does talk about a certain amount of fertility that comes after death. So I feel like you're just growing. It's a bit of a transitional time, especially with the 2 5s here. We are looking at a state of flux, change. And it really fits in really with the energy of the new year. There usually is some sort of change, you know, a feeling of change, a feeling of newness, or something changing, or things up in the air, things haven't quite settled, or sort of kind of getting into the year. So definitely that energy here with you guys. Yeah, then we've got the adjustment card, which does talk about making this honest decision and also bringing things into balance. Balance is important. So it may be that you need to also keep your perspective on the situation as well, and don't lose your head. You know, don't go to any sort of extreme, but keep the inner balance of perspective and truth and facts. You know, they will be your they'll be your guide. And yeah, and overall this is about it's a karmic situation here. Got the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this is where this fertile ground is kind of playing its part. I think that this change will actually usher in more love, more compassion for yourselves as individuals. So personally, this person may actually reach a kind of point of inner truth. So the major arcanas really do apply to your partner here. So I think it's them that's actually going through these changes. And the good thing is that we've got a beautiful ace here, you know, Ace of Cups, you know, to complement these lovely 9 and 2 of Cups. So as there is an ending, maybe to, or a death to the ego, which we've seen twice now in 2 of the cards, more love comes in and new love begins, which is beautiful. This person loves themselves more, which makes them love you more. They accept themselves more. They forgive themselves more. They judge themselves less. You know, all of those kind of really humbling things. That's the ultimate, I guess, outcome of being humbled, is that actually you learn not to actually take yourself so seriously and put love first here. So there's really like a weighing up of things for this person. So you've got the Queen of Discs here, the outcome card. So this is Capricorn energy. It looks like you're going to be very much within your element. I guess January is the month for Capricorn, as well as the end of December, I know. But yeah, I think most people do definitely associate January with Capricorn. So maybe your birthday month, maybe it's saying it is a time to focus on you, and to, you know, while this person is going through their changes, you may use this time on your own to focus on yourself, focus on your goals, and to really just think about the future. Think about what you're doing now in your life and how that's going to have an effect in the future, especially with regards to your money and your home and your health and your children, your family. You can go ahead now. I think Spirit is saying go ahead and just start making plans for yourself. Maybe take the focus off the situation if it is stressing you out, and just focus on your endeavors, on your work. It looks like you have work to do here anyway with the Queen of Discs. Maybe a home business, There may be goals that you have, and ultimately that's what's most important to a lot of Capricorns is the goals that we set, So, but I do see her turned away from the situation and looking out into the future, into the distance. So that may be advice for you to do as well. And the High Priestess here as well, which talks about self-reflection, maybe getting away, maybe going quiet for a bit. Maybe also the High Priestess and even the Death card and the Ace of Cups are all talking a bit more about that feminine energy and, reserving energy. I mean, the feminine energy ultimately is about reserving, preserving, restoring, It's all about that self-maintenance. We get our nails done. Women are about self-preservation. Ultimately, that's what we're about. It comes through, in so many different ways in our lives. I think that's what being feminine is about. So maybe just about, this could be advice here as well, especially with the Emperor card showing up and how this has kind of come out. Yeah, I definitely feel that if you were to kind of fall back, if you are female watching and you are dating a male, or even if you're any gender but dating a masculine male, then I would definitely just focus on yourself. Make sure you're okay. I think that's even what this person likes about you, to be honest, is the fact that you have your own life, you have your own goals. He likes to chase. I think the Emperor likes more the mysterious woman, the woman that's got things, he's got something that's got to keep his attention, because he has the world at his feet. So go ahead and focus on yourself and your own endeavors and see where that takes you. Okay. Yeah, because it does show here, I think that with your stability, this Sun in Capricorn energy, with the stability, I think brings that is the advice to help make this, to give this person space and time to make this choice and kind of clear their perspective on things and get out of their ego a bit. You just stand still, do what you're doing, look after yourself. The Four of Coins could also be about self-preservation. Sorry, I had to bend my neck there. Okay. So we've got time to go has flipped out. Time to go. So it could be time to move on to the next phase of a relationship. It could be time to go. Maybe it's time for you to go. Although I'm not seeing any ending cards here. But maybe that's what this Death card is about, that. But with the Ace of Cups coming after, it makes me think that it's actually going to just continue. I wouldn't think that you'd find someone else straight away after meeting them. So it must be the same person. So yeah, maybe this is just talking about the change. You reached a point in the relationship where you can't keep dotting around this issue. This person can't keep being on their toes, and they have to deal with whatever's causing them to have this inner struggle or inner conflict. Co-create, it is important. Okay, I've got Never Ending Story, and I've also got Here and Now. Let's take them two out. Soulmates. Okay. So we've got Change in the Wind. So yeah, Change in the Wind, time to go, Death card. It's all pretty much got the same message here. So yeah, things in your relationship may look very different to how they look now in the very near future, maybe by February. It's time to move forward. This is not a time to back down from a situation either. It's time to kind of see what you need to see and, go for whatever it is that you're aiming for. There's no turning back. It's time to take action and to move forward and to face whatever challenges you guys are facing. Although you seem really happy, you're just missing them. Or maybe you've got an intuition that something's up. If you do have an intuition that something is up and you're just feeling a bit like you're not getting the love from them, then yeah, it's because they're thinking about something. They're trying to reach a decision, an honest decision. You've got co-create and go to see. So it is about co-creating. You may be very different from each other, but it's also learning how to balance the dynamics between you two so that you both understand each other and you're both able to maintain a happy relationship for the both of you and make it be both a happy and beautiful, pleasant experience. It does say that you are very different, or there is a lot of compromising to do. I can see here with the Three of Coins that yes, it is about compromising. Yeah, there is some sort of compromise and also understanding of each other, like empathizing with each other. I'm going to see as well. So yeah, they may be very different. You may feel like they're almost foreign. That could also be a challenge for you. They just seem very different to you. But also with go to see, it does talk about that water energy again. You may be following your heart a bit more, following your emotions a bit more. And I do see you being quite, I think, emotional here with this person. But I think it's also saying to go with the flow. When you're on the sea takes you wherever it takes you, Yes, of course, you don't want to be kind of taken out to sea and get lost, but this lady here or this fairy inside this image has a compass and binoculars. So you're not going to get lost. Just have an idea of what you're trying to achieve. And you should be all right. Okay. But there's a lot to be discovered here, though. And it also talks about spiritual interventions, also connecting with spirit, especially with the High Priestess and the Death card. They're very spiritual cards, very, spiritual. So definitely connect to your emotional side, your heart space, your feelings, and really get in touch with those. And that could be what the Queen of This is talking about as well, really kind of getting in touch with yourself. That's one of the best possible outcomes for you. So we've got a never-ending story in the here and now. So yeah, this could be talking about some sort of hang-up that somebody has. But really, I think what's happening here is that you're dealing with someone that can't decide. They swing from their yes and no. So one minute they say yes in their head and the next minute they say no. And this could be because of their fears of the future and also pain from their past. And what they need to do is find balance and enough mindfulness and awareness and consciousness to just see what's happening now and to deal with that. But we have got here that you're soulmates. And I think this person does think that you are a soulmate as well. So, yeah. Yeah, but this is a time to explore. Maybe there's some fear about getting closer or something. I think that will all change though. Okay, just one card for Capricorn. Yeah. And we've got a new love that kind of confirms the Ace of Cups and the Ice Queen at the base of the deck. This is very much like Capricorn. Maybe just dealing with communication as well, honesty. So yeah, so make sure you're approachable. You may come across as not as the most approachable person sometimes. That could be the issue here with the Ice Queen. And to again, we've got the Ice Queen. This is the feminine energy, true gem, gifts. So again, this person could be giving you gifts. Make sure communication is honest and there's not too much attitude or criticism in your voice. Okay, remember that this person has feelings and has an ego. You may be tough, you know, and you may not, nothing may not shake you, but this person may have a slightly more sensitive ego. But I think they do see you as a true gem, and I think you them. So that's quite beautiful. Maybe it's also telling you that you do have a true gem here, potential maybe to make it really work with this person. And then we've got new love. So yeah, I feel that there'll be a renewal in love. Could even be a new person coming in that you meet. And like this is describing how things may start off that you'll feel very much like, yes, I really like this person, I want to work on it. And they're maybe not so, they're a bit intimidated by you initially. Okay, so initially they may kind of back off, but the death card says that this will all change. Okay, there's a death to someone's ego here as well. So that's the reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I love you so much. Happy New Year again, and I'll speak to you throughout the year. Take care. Bye.